Hey, what's up guys, it's ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we're looking at the new Tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. I'm currently on the PTS public test server playing the Obj 705A. Now this Soviet heavy tank is a very good side scraper, mainly because it's got very good side armor and it's a rear mounted heavy tank. I'm going to show you the armor model real quick before it gets too early into the replay. And as you can see here, we're looking at 300 all along the upper plate, 265 around this middle section, but here 500 is going to be auto bounce, and then here you need 368. So all around it's a very good side scraping tank, especially if you can hide your lower plate, and you can kind of get this angle here. You see there, I'm basically impenetrable. There's not a lot that can penetrate my side armor, except for things like the Type 5 Heavy, which fires kind of a HE and kind of slugs its way through. And as you can see there, I blocked a Jagdpanzer E100, who's got insane amounts of penetration on his standard shells, and even his heat shells weren't able to pen me there. The FV 4005 did pen me. I backed up a little bit too much. Again, IS-7 there, no chance. Lower plate of the Jagdpanzer E100, I'm gonna win that every single time. Now here, if you look at the minimap, there's what, 3 tanks, 3 heavies here. Our other Obj 705 left against pretty much, I'd say half of their fleet, and certainly most of their heavy tanks. So I put another one into the Jagdpanzer E100. Don't panic against this Kranwagen. Can't pen him really anywhere, but I'm staying behind cover so that these other tanks can't shoot me. And of course I'm going to put one right through his tracks for 650 damage. This gun does hit extremely hard. While the carrying capacity in terms of the ammo is not all that high, the amount of alpha damage that this gun does have is quite amazing. And with 256mm penetration, you're penning a lot of things without having to spend a lot of money on heat. Which, when you do have to dab the 2 key, it does go up to 310. High explosive, 90mm, 840 alpha damage, which is quite good. Here, I move into this position. I know I'm going to get tagged by the not the E50, that French medium tank. I'm going to try and take out the Jagdpanzer E100. Doesn't do that. Hopefully I can roll low with only 4 hit points. I'm just going to back up. And even there, the Super Conqueror shooting my lower plate, it looked like he had no chance of penning me, even using APCR. I believe he was aiming for my lower plate. Either way, I just barely got out of that situation. That was actually very dangerous, because when they do get your side, you certainly do not have the turret traverse or the maneuverability to actually track them. That's kind of a heavy tank specialty, if you will. So again, perfect opportunity to side scrape. Super Conqueror takes out my track. Bit unfortunate there. I'm gonna of course try and take out his track, which I do there. I was hoping to do some damage, and to do that you would ideally want to aim for the front track with the drive wheel. But unfortunately my turret couldn't keep up there, as you can see, with the speed of the Super Conqueror, and with only 2 tanks left, this replay is all but over. Now, since this is the PTS, it is still, able to change, I would assume. So your results on the actual server might vary a little bit. However, at this point, it is a very strong tank. Some of the glaring weaknesses, though, are of course its aim time, which is somewhat lackluster. I have been using the aiming systems, or the I think that's what it's called, aiming. Basically, increase your or decrease your aim time, which is always, of course, wanted on heavy tanks. And since this is PTS, everything's basically for free. I did run some of the very premium consumables, or the directives, I think they're called, to boost that just a little bit. actually bounce off the IS-7 with, I believe I was using heat there. But this is going to wrap up the replay. And yeah, pretty awesome tank, I would say so. And now onto the screenshots. We can see that was my first mastery badge. And unfortunately no real medals that I got, but I did thought that was a pretty good game of what to expect for this upcoming Tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. Moving to the team score wise, top the team with 1071 base XP, almost 4k damage, which certainly isn't the best in terms of DPM. You can see there on the right side, you can see 2667 DPM, which for a heavy tank at Tier 10, that's around average. Things like the E100 and sometimes even the mouse, depending on how you play it, can reach these higher average DPM numbers. But certainly 4000 damage is nothing to laugh about. 2 enemy kills, so that was quite nice, I would say. And then finally, data report. Obviously, I don't need premium. This is a test account on the PTS, so credits don't matter all that much. But one thing I do want to highlight, though, is damage blocked by armor 3,390, which was quite high. Now, I actually had a game not too long ago, in terms of when this battle was played, where I had upwards of 10,000 damage blocked on Himmelsdorf, which I did get a very, very nice spot where I could side scrape, and I was doing a lot of, not necessarily a lot of damage. I was doing around 3k as well, but sheer block damage and 10,000 damage blocked, which is able to kill my tank nearly 5 times over, is quite an impressive feat. So that is going to be one of the tanks that I'm actually going to switch to start grinding. I was initially going to do the E100 because why not? I like the E100, but this tank, this Soviet Obj 705A, is one of the best tanks I think that I've ever played, for sure. And that's a little bit short in terms of how many tanks I've played, but either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. If you did, leave a like. If you aren't subscribed, subscribe. Pretty please. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.